minutes. But really, that was a prudent decision by the team to keep Patrick in, because I think the weather, as you can see on the radar, is going to come back in again. And of course, he's the right guy to have in the car in these difficult stages.
Oh, absolutely. I've been listening on the radio since the start of the race, and he's been very, very clear on what he wants to do, what the strategy needs to be. He's very calm in the car. I'm learning a lot about just race management from him and listening. And, you know, he's just playing this really right. And the calls that have been made in the pits are really good. And this is what we need to do to win this race. And it's a long way to go, but it's these little steps along the way. You know, it's interesting because you have to manage your emotions and gauge them and allow them to power you consistently through the 24 hours. And it's been an education as always.
we talk about it's got that rhythm all the way through. You can't. When you first came here, you were tense all week. Now you know there's no point in that. They'll only be exhausted by race day.
Right, exactly. And these things happen all the time where you have to get ready at a moment's notice and then you stand down again. So that thing you have to really be careful with managing your emotions because that'll catch up to you in the morning. That I think helps with the experience. Still, it's nice to get in the car and do your first stint, get that out of the way. It just helps because then you're present completely. And now you're still running a lot of different scenarios in your head, and you're working hard at staying calm and being aware of what the conditions are.
Yeah, I always used to find until I've done my first stint, I don't feel like I'm actually being attended the party. But my producer just said something which is, I'm almost embarrassed to say that obviously if you had 4 legs, you could race in the rain. And,
Fantastic.
Really, that wasn't my joke, anyone at home. But I do want to ask this. You know, we've had many musicians, Nick Mason, movie stars come here, and it doesn't matter. It's like when you have top Formula One drivers, Mark Webber, I asked him the same thing off record. But when you're standing there about to get in the car, you're not a movie star, you're not a musician, you're just a racing driver, and it's the same for everybody, isn't it?
It is. I think there's a lot of pressure on a driver because it's your turn to take care of the car, and you're responsible for that car for your stint, and you want to do a good job, and you really need to be focusing on the right things, and that's when you sort of go and you go through your checklist of like, let me get in the car safely, make sure I'm comfortable in the car, make sure that the pit speed limiter is on, you know, exit the pits, you know, merge into the traffic, and go through that first lap mentally. I think really helps you emotionally just stay stable and focused.
Well, you can wind down for a few minutes, but you've got to wind back up anytime soon, so I'll let you go out the back. Thanks, Patrick.
Well, you know,